Hi guys, Ann here, and today we have a little walk and talk video. I am at the nature trails. I have not been on the trails in, gosh, what, a month, 2 months? I'm by myself. I do not have Nala. I'm on the blue trail. I'll turn you around in a second. And yesterday's vlog, this is the same vlog, but I went on a rant. Oh my goodness. That may not be the video for you, but I will link it down below. My soon-to-be ex-husband put out a public video, and what made me upset was when he talked about my children. Oh my gosh, like my son. And I just lost it. But I wanted to just Musa, do a little walk and talk. You know what? Oh, let me get myself prepared. I have my book bag with me, but let me get my knife and stuff out. I have my pepper spray. Let me keep it in my back pocket. I have my knife. This is like a little 4-inch blade, and I'm not going to show you the whole thing because I'll get flagged, but I do want to show you this part. Do you see this right here? This is great. So when you hold on and you have to jab somebody, your hand doesn't slide up the blade and you cut yourself. So that's very good to get a knife like that. And I have it like a necklace. And I just have it around me just in case you get attacked. And I always keep my essentials in my bag. But, you know, if somebody comes and they grab you, it's hard to get to your bag, right? So I have this, and that'll give me enough time to like run, get away, or enough that I can injure the person, and then I can get my gun, you know? Now I keep my gun, one, for protection, but also if there's loose dogs. Because if it's the dogs or me, it's going to be me. And I don't want to do, you guys know how I am about animals, but a lot of times when there's loose dogs and there's more than 3, chances are the dogs usually win. So that's why I carry that. But I usually always have Nala with me, but when I don't have Nala with me, I keep all this stuff anyway. But a lot of you guys always say, because you're concerned. But I just want to, just in case you're new, I come as much prepared as I can, you know? All right, it is beautiful out. It's like 85 degrees out, but it's not really humid or anything. Now, I've been working on the yard. So today's Sunday. Yesterday I was working on the yard. Guys, I'm so stupid. So I like cutting the grass and all that kind of stuff. And every time I cut my grass, I always cut my neighbor's grass. And I love weed whacking. Oh my God, I love the weed whacker. But I did not know that the weed whacker runs out of string. Now I know, like, sometimes, I don't know what I was thinking, like maybe it would break. You know, because I would hear people say they had to restring their weed whacker, but I always assumed like if it broke or something like that. So I'm like, what the heck's going on? So I Google, I love YouTube. I Google on YouTube, like how to restring. I put down the weed whacker brand and stuff, and it's showing me how to do it. Like, so I take the spool thing off, and I'm looking like, there's no string on here. What the heck? And then I realized that it runs out of string, unless it broke off. Maybe that's what happened. So I had to order more on Amazon, and for like 6 of them, it was like literally $9.99. It wasn't a lot of money. And that came today. So then once I get home, I'll finish my weed whacking, hopefully. If not, I'll finish it tomorrow. But I did not know that. I was so upset because you guys know I'm the type of person, whenever I start doing something, it's like I have to finish it. You know what I mean? Like I hate when I can't. And how you doing? And it just bothered me that I couldn't. I was like, oh man, I was able to cut the grass and stuff, but like around the gate and all that kind of stuff, you know, I don't know what it is. I just like power tools. And I have a friend who, you know, would always cut their grass and everything. And, you know, so I have said this before, when my kids were younger, you know, I lived in the projects, right? So of course, that maintenance man that did all that. And then when I met my husband, you know, he would, or like, you know, there's this guy named Juan that I knew that was homeless, and whatever the case may be, you know, we'd pay him and all that kind of stuff. And I never had to cut the grass. And I used to always think to myself, like, why is she cutting the grass when she has a husband? And she would say, well, he works and I just want to, you know, that way he comes home for work, he has nothing to do. But then she also suffers from anxiety. But I used to like, this is when you should not judge. But now I get it. Because you guys know I'm separated with my husband. But like, I enjoy cutting the grass because I suffer from anxiety, and you guys know that. Like, sometimes, like, I don't even shut the hell up. I can make a story that should only last 10 minutes into 40 minutes. And that's just how I am. And I get it now. Like, when your anxiety and all that. Now, I don't like to do labor. Let's keep it real. You know, I don't like to rake the leaves and pick all that up. I have boys. They do that. But, like, when I get in those moods, I don't mind cutting the grass, like being out for 4 or 5 hours. But my point is, I was so upset and frustrated that I couldn't finish it like I wanted it. Like, if you were to come to my house, you would think, oh, the grass looks beautiful. But I know I didn't finish it. And that's why, like, a lot of times when it's like, I don't know, let's say 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock at night, I'm like, oh, let me scrub the banister. Let me start scrubbing this. I can't, because I'm the type of person, I'll start doing something, and before you know it, it's 10, 11, 12, 1, 2 in the morning, and then I find something else to do. And I'm like, well, I scrubbed the whole kitchen. I didn't scrub the cabinets. This is when I'm deep cleaning. So 1 in the morning, I'm like scrubbing cabinets. And then my brain's always thinking, and I'm so overly like tired and thinking that I just can't stop. And that's the anxiety, right? So a lot of times at a certain time, I just have to be like, nope, I can't even start. Does that make sense? Like, because when I start working on the yard, I'm out there for 4, 5, 6 hours. And I'm talking about with no break. Not where, oh, I'm sitting down for 30 minutes, 20 minutes. Like, I am 4, 5, 6 hours straight. The only time I stop is to get a drink of water, you know, something like that. Yesterday, Tyler comes out and he was like, Mom, you need to come in. And I'm like, no, I got to finish. And he's like, yeah, but your face is red and everything. I'm like, I have to, because it will give me such anxiety that I didn't finish it. And then it's like, I won't be able to sleep because it's like, I got to get up early the next morning to finish it. And you know what I mean? It's like, I'm always thinking, and I hate that. I wish I can turn my brain off. And that's why, like, I don't get a lot of sleep. I am literally out here in a short sleeve shirt, but jeans on and sneakers on. And I wear jeans and stuff a lot of times because of ticks and all that, like, especially when I know I'm going to the trails or mosquito bites. And it's a little hot because now I can feel the heat. Like, I'm right directly in the sun. It's not humid, but it's hot. The sun is hot, you know? I'm coming up to the mansion. Do you guys remember before I could never find it because I used to always turn, and if I just kept walking straight, I'd find it. The nature trail that I walk is 525 acres of all preserved area. But I'll tell you what, I would not be walking this at nighttime because this is spooky. It really is. All right, boy, do they need to cut the grass. Holy crap. Okay, let me turn you around and show you the mansion. I always say this, but I always get, like, if a new subscriber or somebody just comes on or maybe didn't watch the prior video, so it's like I'm always repeating myself. This mansion was from the 1700s. In the 1980s, it got burnt down, and you'll see it. I'll show you. But during the World War, you know, we have a base, like in this town that I live in has like an air base, you know, and so the soldiers would, of course, stand posts and everything. So anyway, they would come to this mansion. They would give them free, like, meals and different things like that. But let me turn it around to show you. All right, so this is what it looks like now. Look how high. Let me see what I can show you. Like, look at that. I need to come in here and cut this. You're not allowed to go in here, but this is where, I mean, of course, if this wasn't here, you'd walk up there. But yeah, that's what it looks like. And like I said, a lot of it has burnt down. But it's absolutely beautiful. Beautiful. if you walk a little further, there used to be like a school, like outside and all that stuff. But I love nature. I really, really do. Only one time in my earlier vlogs, if you go back to my earlier vlogs, like my walk and talk when I would come out here, I never found it again. It's on the Blue Trail. That's where I'm at, the Blue Trail right now. And I just don't know which way I went. I probably, maybe if I watched the video as I'm walking, I probably could find it. But anyway, there was like an old abandoned boat that was still there from the 1940s. And it's just so cool to find things like that, you know? But I don't care if you paid me. If you said I'll give you $100,000, I don't think I would walk out here alone at nighttime. Because I believe in energy and the afterlife or what have you. And I don't know what's here. And I don't want to find out. You know what I mean? I believe there's positive and I believe in negative things. I mean, I'm not saying like ghosts and like I've never seen a ghost, but I believe, like I believe there are earthbound. I do believe that. I've never like spoke to a ghost or afterlife or anything like that. I'm not saying like, oh, but I don't know and don't want to find out. You know what I mean? Because I'll tell you why I believe. A few things has happened to me since my mom passed. Now, one of the things, I had to find her death certificate. Oh, here's the school. I think it's a school or maybe it was a church. I don't know, but somebody's riding a motorcycle. I would love that, like a dirt bike. All right, let me turn you around. So there we have that. And I'm always skeptical because every time I come, there's always these stones up here and all that. And I don't know what people are doing at night and don't want to find out. But, so you have that. And then way over here, there's like a boating dock. Let me see what you guys can see. If I can zoom you in. If you can see that right there, it's like a boating dock. And then over here is like a little bench, which I think is nice. We could sit there and relax and look at the water. But anyway, so I had to find it. And I knew I had it. I knew it was somewhere in my room, but I didn't know where. And I'm like, and I always talk to my mom because I can feel my mother and grandmother's energy in my house. I haven't seen them, you know, but I feel them. I know they're there. And I'm talking to my mom like, Mom, where are the death certificates? I can't make this up. So I go downstairs for a few hours. I come back upstairs. You know, my room is the attic on the 3rd floor. So it gets hotter up there. And I leave the air conditioner on. This was last summer. And I had like a little area rug. And I go step on the area rug and like my foot is like squish. And you can see a footprint in water. So the first thing I do is look up to see, is there a leak? What is going on? No leak. And then I happen to look where the air conditioner is in the window, water. So the air conditioner was leaking water, and so much that like it went under the rug. So, of course I shut the air conditioner off. I had to take the carpet out because of mold and all that kind of stuff, right? And dry it. Like, well, I threw the rug away, but the floor I had to have it dry and all that, put fans down. And then my husband took it out of the window, and what happened was there was a leaf that, because we have a lot of trees, and a leaf got stuck. Oh Lord, let me show you this one. I gotta go down. Look, it doesn't look steep on camera, but trust and believe it's steep. And that's why I like having Nala, because Nala helps me down a lot. And so like I said, there was only one leaf and it got stuck in the back. And I guess the buildup, I don't know what happened, but it leaked in the front. Anyway, get to my point, Ann. Get to your point, Ann. So then there was water in the one closet that goes underneath because there's no doors on the closet. We just have like curtains there. Okay. And so I'm taking everything out of the closet, right? Because the water's on the floor. And I run into this bag. I'm like, what the heck's in this bag? And right there were my mom and grandmother's death certificates right on top. Now, had there not had been that, I wouldn't have looked, because I don't even remember putting it in the closet right there. And that's a closet I never really go in. So I was like, thank you, Mom. I believe my mom helped me. I really do. Other stuff had happened, but here's another thing. So you guys know I'm working on painting the house, and I start painting the dining room. Right now I'm working on that hole from the wood burning stove. And so I painted the other 3 walls, and I set up like the tarp, you know, that you put down on the bottom so you don't get no paint or anything on the rug. And all right, I'm gonna turn around because I'm getting hot, and these are like steep hills, and I don't want to go too far when I'm by myself. I have the tarp, I have the paint, everything ready, and I'm like, all right, let me go upstairs and pee real quick. I come back down, right on, it's a clear tarp, and right on there was an earring, like a stud earring. And I thought, how the hell did this get here? Because I literally just laid it out. You know what I mean? Like, there's nobody downstairs but me. How could this, what? And it was right there on the tarp, okay? Lexi comes home from work that night, and I said, Lexi, is this yours? And she's like, no, that's not mine. And as soon as I seen it, I'm like, that's my mom's earring. But weird, right? And prior to that, maybe about an hour or so after that, I thought, I wonder if my mom then would like this color paint. Because I couldn't figure out what color to paint the dining room. So the 2 living rooms, the same color, I just brought it into the dining room. And it's like, I took that as a sign that my mom's saying, I'm here, I see it, I like it, I approve. Now, call me crazy, and maybe it's in my head, but I have that earring. I even showed Tyler. He's like, where'd you get this? I'm like, it was right on the floor. Now, mind you, hold on, I had to take a break. After the fire, we had people come in, and they redid the house downstairs. I mean, down to like, they put everything down to brackets and wood. I mean, they took the walls down. They had to re-put walls up, and a new rug, all wall-to-wall carpeting. So a little earring like that, it's like a little stud, like a little diamond. Very weird. So I definitely believe in that type of stuff. Now, I never physically seen my mother. She doesn't talk to me, but I'll tell you what, the puppy aura, a couple times a week, she will look straight where the dining room is, or up, like where the ceiling is in the corner, and she'll start growling and barking. I don't know what the hell she's saying. So, now I got an even weirder story. So, my father has been passed away since I was 6 years old. And it was always my left ear. Now, this only happens a couple times a year, not very often. And I would always hear, and it would be at nighttime when everybody was sleeping, because I'm a night owl, somebody say, Ann, and it's a male's voice. I don't remember what my father sounds like, so I don't know if it was him, but it's definitely a male's voice. And it would only say it once, Ann. Very weird. But it wasn't like I was scared, you know? It wasn't a scared feeling. Or like I would think if something was negative. Well, one other time this had happened, because it always happened at the house. But one time it happened when I was at Walmart, and I was by myself. And I heard it again, Ann. And because it was a guy's voice, I was like, yes, I thought it was my husband for a minute. And then I remembered, no, I'm by myself, you know? And that's the first and only time I heard it at the store. Let me get a drink of water. I'm gonna start walking the other way because all these signs that say keep out, no trespassing. So I'll just walk this way. But that was weird. But I'll tell you what, that I'm just realizing now, just this second, I have not heard that voice as my mom and grandmother passed. Now, my father's name was David. They called him Dave. And my mother used to always tell me, Dave is my guardian angel. I feel it. He protects me. Now, my mother and father were not together when he died. That's why I don't remember him. He was very abusive. He was a drug addict, heroin addict, and he was a huffer. And back then in the 80s, he died in 82. I think it was 82. And so in the late 70s, early 80s, if you were married, you were married. There was no protection like you have now for abuse, you know? And so a lot of times when the cops would come, they'd be allowed back into the house because they were married. They didn't want to get involved. And so we would run Florida, like all over. I mean, this is what my mother would tell me. And he'd find us. And there isn't help like there is now. It was weird because of that. And it was the drugs that did it. He would just think she was somebody else. He'd beat the hell out of her. I mean, beat the hell out of her. Because he would think she wasn't her. She was somebody else. So really, in a sense, he wasn't like being her. But he was, if that makes sense. There's a couple coming with a little kid. And, you know, I don't film little kids. So hold on. How you doing? But yeah, so what I was saying is, so it was weird for her to say that, but I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. Do you believe in the afterlife? Like, what do you, oh God, I just, stick. How you doing? There's a sticky bush. So what do you guys think? Do you believe in the afterlife? Like, let me know. Anyway, do you see how I make short stories long? The point of the whole story is I would not come to this place at nighttime because you just never know what's out here, especially with these lands. And most of these lands, especially where I live around, from hundreds of years ago, is Native American. And I'm not saying this right here, but this is also considered, if you look it up, the Pine Barrens. Look up New Jersey Pine Barrens. Now, I am telling you this because there's also this thing that people believe in is the New Jersey Devil. Look it up. Look up New Jersey Devil and the Pine Barrens. Look it up, and you'll see that I'm not lying. And some people say they see sightings and all this kind of stuff. So it's like, I'm not saying I believe in all that, but I'm not saying I'm not, but I don't want to find out. You know what I mean? I don't think this is the way to the picnic table. I don't think I've been this way before. So I'll just go a little bit just to see what I see, but I don't know where the heck I'm at, to be honest with you, unless the picnic table's up a little bit. It's weird. I have to, after here, I have to text Vern because when Vernon was at my house, he left his cigarettes there, and nobody at my house smokes cigarettes. So he was like, I think I left my cigarettes at your house. So I'm like looking in the car, thought maybe he dropped it in the car. I look all over. He's like, look what's happened in the microwave, because when it comes over, he goes outside and smokes, you know? Oh, here's the picnic table. And so I'm like, I don't see it. Well, yesterday when I was cutting the grass, Tyler was outside taking the dog, and it was like outside. So I told him last night, I'm like, oh, I found your cigarettes. Here's the picnic table right here. Hold on, I'm going to sit down for a little bit. Okay. And I was like, oh, I found your cigarettes. So I told him I'd bring it to him today. So I have to go drop the cigarettes off to him. And then, let me see if I have like something to wipe my face. And then, since it's Sunday, it's been a couple days, we'll see if there's any of the Double Dutch chocolate milk. I don't know what I was talking about. I was like, it's not hot. It's friggin' hot. Like, I'm also because, can you guys see? I have jeans on. And then these are my outside shoes. I always get embarrassed when I go in the store in my outside shoes. These are the shoes like, you know, like you cut the grass and all that other kind of stuff. The only thing I wish that they had here is, what do you call that? Like a porta potty, because I have to pee. I came from that way, but that way says it's parking. Right? Or did I come that way? See, I have no sense of direction. Alright, I'm just going to walk where the sign says parking. I have no sense of direction. Also, like, in the summer, you know, since it's been so hot, I don't take the dogs with me either because it's just so hot. But, yeah, I came from that way. I know that for a fact. I don't know. I'm just going to say what the sign says. I'll just go back out that way. Once it cools down, I'll start taking the dogs again with me. Or like, I think at 7:30, the park here, or it closes here. And they have like a fence so that you can't even pull in the parking lots. So once it starts getting nice, like usually in September, like the end of August, September, is when like I'll take Nala with me. But the puppy's also getting older. I'm gonna start taking her with me, but that I can only go short distances with her for now. But with Nala, get to the point, Ann. With Nala, we go away because she loves it. And I'll say, Nala, help me, and like she'll start running. So like when there's like steep hills and stuff, you know, she'll help me up the hills and everything. But that's when we go deep in the woods and I find different things with her. And, yeah, so maybe in another couple weeks or maybe in September when it starts cooling off, I'll take her with me. And then once it starts cooling off, 5:30, 6 o'clock here, the issue because they close in a couple hours in case we get lost. And then they close the fence, we can't get out. You know what I mean? Yeah, this is the way to get out. I make a left. Well, this was short and sweet. I wanted to come because, like I said, my last vlog, which was the same day I filmed today, I got on a rant and I just wanted to calm down a little bit, but I also need to start walking again. And I should have put on some leggings instead of hot jeans. That was dumb. But I love this nature trail. I remember last year, I used to tell my friend Lisa and my friend Jody, and I used to say, I always go to the same place, and people probably get tired of watching me go to the same place and aren't going to watch it. And you know, they would say, yeah, but you share different stories and you talk about different things. And it's like, I never went other places because for some reason I'm always drawn to this place. Like, it's just so beautiful. I love nature. And this is the truth. Not to keep bringing up my marriage or anything like this, but my husband, he's not a outsidey type of person where I like to go hiking and walking, and he'd rather stay in the house, you know, which is fine. That's what he likes to do. There's nothing wrong with that. And so I never went a lot of places. And now, I could have went by myself, absolutely, and I don't know why I didn't. But it's like now I'm enjoying. I guess, you know what, to be honest, I think a lot of times in my marriage, especially towards the end, I was so very depressed. Also, I lost my mother and grandmother, and so many things that happened, and then our marriage wasn't great, that I was just depressed, and I just stay in the house. And for a long time, I would just stay in my room and cry. Let's be real. And it wasn't until I had my heart attack where I was like, Ann, you got to get yourself together because nobody's going to do it for you. What I'm trying to say is, I really enjoy because I haven't been outside and done outdoorsy things. And then in-person friends, like if maybe I had one prior and I would go to their house, but like we never did anything together, you know? So I think that's why I always came here again, because, you know, I just love nature and hearing the birds, and I don't know. Oh, I'm hot. I cannot wait to get in that car and turn the air on. So, yep. All right, I'm going to stop filming. I'll talk to you when I get in the car. I'm just going to enjoy. There's about another 2-3 minute walk to get to the car. I'm just going to enjoy it. And then I'll talk to you once I get into the car. I'll be back. All right, just got in the car. Well, I've been in here for about 5 minutes. I had the air on and stuff. I feel a little bit better. I think I just text Vern and he's like, I'm not home. So I'm waiting for him to text me back to see when he'll get home. So I gotta go to the bathroom. So I'm going to go. I hate using public bathrooms, but I'm gonna go to the Wawa just to see if they have any of the chocolate milk, and then use the bathroom. I don't know what else I have to do to try to waste time. Like if he'll be home within the hour, I can figure out something to do. But then once I get home, I already know what I'm going to do. I'm going to get the weed whacker, get the string on there because I had to order more string, and then start doing the yard work. And then I'll probably get in the shower and not want to go back out. And then he works tomorrow. Tomorrow's Monday, so I don't know. We'll see. See how I overthink? Dumb. Because he probably already bought a new pack of cigarettes. Do you know what I was thinking? So I talk about this double Dutch chocolate milk they don't have in, because something with the Wawa's warehouse. But as I'm looking, they only have the chocolate. They don't have the cookies and cream, strawberry, or the double Dutch. So it's all of them that they don't have. So hopefully by now they have it. I should see if the kids want something from the custard place. I don't want anything, but haven't got them anything in a while. You know, it's so weird because before I had the heart attack, like, okay, so I have a post office box, and sometimes, you know, like if you guys want to send me a card or something, instead of getting my home address, I have the post office box, and you can walk there and get there, but it's quicker in a car. And I don't enjoy walking there a lot because there's a lot of loose dogs all the time. Anyway, I remember I used to always ask my husband when he would get off work, like, can you stop at the post office box? And sometimes he would forget, and most of the time he would get it. But he would say, why don't you just walk? And I would be so offended because I didn't have a car at that time. And I was like, walking? But now it's like, I enjoy walking. If you would have asked me this like 2 years ago, I'd have been like, walking? I ain't walking. And it's like, I think a lot of us that have cars, or, you know, we get lazy, you know, unconsciously, or however you say it, because nobody walks anymore. Now, I'm not saying if you have health issues or lung issues or anything like that. That's not what I'm saying. But it's still healthy to walk, especially if you have heart issues, because that makes your heart is a muscle, and that helps make it stronger. So a lot of times people use the excuse, oh, I have heart issues. Well, that's why you should be walking. You should. And people just don't do it anymore. And I'm not saying in the heat. Like, I know a lot of places it's like way over 100 and stuff. That's not what I mean. But like in the fall or what have you, it's like people don't walk anymore. They just get in the car and go to the store or what have you. And I was the same way. That's what I'm saying. I'm not judging. But now that I'm walking, it's like I enjoy it. Not on super hot days like today. I don't know what the heck I was thinking. But you know what I mean. It's like 2 years ago, I've been like, yeah, right. Now it's like, well, now I don't walk to the post office if I have packages, because, I mean, then you got to carry the shit home. But just to get out and walk, I don't mind, you know? All right, I'll be back once I get to the Wawa. I'll be back. Okay, I am at the dirty Wawa right now.
Quizás hoy es el día que necesitas tomar una decisión.
All right. Wish me luck on the double Dutch chocolate milk. Well, they don't have any, and they don't have a bathroom. A damn dirty Wawa don't have a damn dirty bathroom. I think I'm just going, you know what, I don't know why. I'm obsessing over this and I don't even drink it. I think I'm going to go to the next town over, to the Wawa. And if they don't have it, I give up. I don't know what to tell Tyler. He needs to figure it out. But I definitely give up. Anything on the music? Anyway, I'll be back. I cannot make this up. I am all the way in the next town, and they don't have any double Dutch. They have no strawberry, no cookies and cream. They just have regular chocolates. So, I did get a gallon of milk. And they have a bathroom in here, because this is the one with the gas station. So at least I feel better about that. Bathrooms are pretty clean, even though, like, you know, I hate using public bathrooms. Like, I put that thing down, and then I put toilet paper around, and then I squat. I still hate. I only go, like, if I absolutely have to. So I called the kids and asked them if they wanted anything from the custard stand. And Isaiah was like, yeah, I want what's like a brownie sundae? A medium. Tyler likes to get chocolate custard with chocolate sprinkles. Lexi wants a banana milkshake with fresh bananas in it. And I really don't want anything. If I do get anything, maybe a milkshake, but then it takes me like literally 5 days to drink a milkshake. I'm not kidding. Because I'm really doing good with the sweets and stuff. Like, I don't really drink soda once in a great while, but I'll get those little things of soda. And I only really drink a couple sips, and that's it. And that's the God's honest truth. So I really just need to not drink any of it. I drink a heck of a lot of water. I drink very little juice. I have to have some juice. You know, I just can't drink water all week long. And that's just a me thing. And hopefully I'll get there one day, you know. But I don't drink juice every day. I do drink 1 cup of coffee in the morning, but the rest is all water through the day. So I'm doing really good. And I think right now, like, I'll say, oh, I'll take a milkshake because I did my walk and talk. I'm hot. It's hot out, you know, like that. But do I really need it? No, I don't. All right, I just got in the car, and let me show you how everything's melting already. So Isaiah got the banana fudge sundae. This is a strawberry sundae with crunch. It has like strawberry crunch, and I don't know what else it has in there. And then this is a small banana milkshake. Has banana custard with fresh bananas in there. And Tyler called and said he didn't want anything. So that's that. And yeah, it's getting hot out. I'm gonna go home, string my weed whacker, and finish that, and then get in the shower. So this one of the vlogs, because I did 2 vlogs today, won't be up till tomorrow. You'll be seeing it the next day, because today's Sunday when I'm filming. But I'm telling you guys, I'm going to keep these vlogs coming, even if it's just a sit-down coffee talk. I'm going to keep them coming. Alright guys, that is everything. Please like these videos. It really does help me out. Or you could dislike it. That helps me out as well. Make sure you leave a comment, even if it's just an emoji. That really helps out with engagement. And that's everything, guys. Stay beautiful, stay blessed, stay healthy, and most importantly, always stay you, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys. Ooh, it's sunny.